Let's start by talking about the appearance panel, familiarize ourselves with that, and then begin to talk about how to actually start to use appearance attributes. So, firstly, looking at your workspace, best practice, of course, is to always have layers very visible. I position it right on the far right hand side of my docking area so that I always can see layers. And typically we'll have properties, readily accessible to, if not fully expanded like this, then easy to click and get to properties. But the other key one, certainly as you start to use Illustrator more, is definitely going to be appearance. And so this is one where, in some ways, it's more important even than properties, but I would stick it potentially right above properties, and have it always at the ready. You'll be using it a lot along with layers. And appearance has its own layers, so every object that you have will have a series of layers, stroke and fill being a couple of those. These are called attributes. So any fill that you have applied is an attribute, any stroke you have applied is an attribute. You could have effects, and you could have opacity changes and many other things, all within appearance, and those are on any given object layered. So you can see here a simple example of just a fill with no stroke is going to show you the attributes in the appearance window, but something a little bit more complex. In this case, this object has two fills and two strokes. They're layered on top of each other. There's also a drop shadow in the mix. Similarly, we have here another object, and this one has a fill and two strokes on it. Now, in this case, this is just, if you look at the upper object, it's just a single path. It's just a circle. But it has, instead of just a blue fill, like I said, it has a couple of fills, a couple of strokes. And so you can have multiple. That's what we're going to talk about, and that's controlled through the appearance window. This here is actually editable text, and this is as well, even though it does have, and if I hide the visibility of some of these for a minute, the text is just white, but I put another fill on top of it that's just a subtle gradient. Then there's a fairly heavy black stroke, and then there's another much thinner stroke on top of that thicker stroke. And you can see those are layered up from the bottom to the top, just very much like your layers and objects within your layers are. But there's just one object over here, the text itself, and then it has multiple layered attributes on it. And this text remains editable. And so, as you continue to edit it or change the font or whatever, it will continue to have that same appearance that's being controlled through these attributes in this appearance window. So we will talk more going forward about how to actually begin to apply these.